So this is the chassis completely assembled. Everything is tightened down, torqued down. The video that I made during assembly, I did not realize that my camera had a time-lapse feature on it. It was all set to time-lapse, so it is all super fast. But this is where we're at. Next thing is going to be putting the engine transmission in here and the fuel tank and getting it ready for the truck show. But we're ready to go. Now let's see how we got there. It is time to start doing some assembly. I've gotten paint on parts. I want to get the brake lines in this before it goes in the frame, so go ahead and get these set. So I've started some pre-assembly. I got the lower control arms assembled with the mounts and the ball joints, the uppers as well. I even put on the grease fittings and I've got rubber caps for them. I have to tighten the ball joints down, but they're ready to go. And then I have this set up. So these lines I scuffed with a Scotch-Brite and then I clear coated. And I think they look really good. But they're all installed. All the screws have Loctite on them, so it's done. The only other thing I have left to do is, once the frame rails are done, is start putting everything back together. I've got to get this cross member installed, the C notches, the front cross member, which is over there, and the very back cross member in, and then I can square up the frame rails. And once that's done, it should go pretty quick on assembly. I've had it together and apart a couple times, but everything's come out good. One of the things that I want to do on this, where the C notches go on these, there's a section over on this side and one on that side through the C notch piece that has the TW cut out of it when they water jetted the stuff. So my plan is to paint that black, so when I put the C notch on there, you'll be able to see that through it. But this is the TW that I want sticking out, and it'll go on right here. This one goes on this side, so it's right in this section, in between, or in the middle of those 4 bolts. So this is what it looks like after I peel the tape. Like I said, it's a semi-gloss. That's not completely dry. It will be here pretty quick. And then whenever I put that C-notch on there, you'll see the black through the TW and the C-notch. And I did both frame rails, so it'll look good. I've got a whole bunch of these clips that I ordered for running the fuel line and brake line and wiring. So one of the issues that I'm seeing is they've got a real sharp edge. I tried putting one on and it kind of cut into the paint. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take just a piece of electrical tape and I'm going to put it on the back and make like a rubber shim just as a cushion between the metal and the painted surface. So that's what I'm fixing to start doing. The other thing that I've got an issue with is these screws. So they come with these stainless steel countersunk screws, and these are countersunk, so they go in there. So the problem is on this side, like for the fuel line, when I put it in here, it is going to protrude quite far through the frame rail. I don't want that. I'll show you here in just a second. Let me get this one set in here. This side is where the fuel line's going to run. So it sticks out quite a bit. So once I get it set in there, just like that, and the fuel line will run through the middle, it's sticking out. You can see how far it sticks out. So what I'm going to do is I've got a piece of the frame from where I cut these C notches out. I'm going to drill and tap a hole, and then I'll set one of those screws in there and I'll grind it off on the back side to cut the length down, and I will set that for all the ones going down this side. The ones on this side, so I'll be double stacking them. It'll have the brake line clip and one of the bigger clips like that one right there for the wiring harness to run down this side. And whenever they're stacked like that, they're flush on the outside, which is exactly the way I want them. But this is going to be the last one that's going to be stacked, and then the ones back here will not be. So this one, and these two will not be. So I will shorten up screws for those. So here's the chassis all put together. Everything's buttoned up, tightened down. Got my wire loom here. I have that sticking out just so that that's there. I've got the one on that side. I've got my wire loom and brake line that runs down the inside of the frame. My brake line's up there. I've got the wire loom sitting on top of it. All of this is assembled. Everything's tightened down. It's all ready to go for the truck show.